Yo creo que las cosas se ven mejor cuando se ponen a un ejemplo. Y hemos elegido ahora seguidamente dos. Uno, precisamente con Frontiers. Ahora dejaremos a Tobías, a Barnelli, que nos cuente un poquito qué se está haciendo con nosotros, porque es un ejemplo de cómo se puede cooperar para intentar movilizar las ideas que, bueno, que están por ahí, pero que no se acaban de concretar, de muchos de los grupos de la universidad, cuando se les pone un reto encima de la mesa. Piensa sobre esto. Y ese pensar sobre esto lo hacemos precisamente a través de una especie de concursos en los cuales Tobías nos lo va a contar ahora. Y el segundo ejemplo... come here, yeah. You have a progress slides loaded in the computer. Y el segundo ejemplo lo vamos a ver justamente después, porque la idea es precisamente cómo el convivir y el disponer de un mecanismo de pegamento entre unos y otros permite hacer cosas que por separado no es posible. Y este será el ejemplo de los vehículos no tripulados, que es algo en el que hemos venido trabajando durante este año y que después veremos. Son dos ejemplos, en definitiva, de esa idea, de ese concepto que acaba de indicar Arístides. Bueno, Tobías viene de Suiza, viene de una empresa que ahora se denomina Frontiers, que fue un spin-off de l'École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne, una muy buena universidad tecnológica suiza, de las dos federales que hay, ETH Zurich y la École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne, una en alemán y otra en francés, pero que demuestra esa capacidad que tienen también los suizos de poner en marcha cosas. Frontiers, let me switch to English now. Frontiers is located here in this building. They have a lot of space here because part of the software development group is located in this building. And then, first of all, I would like to thank Frontiers for the cooperation with us during these 2 or 3 years, I don't remember.
2.5, yeah.
2.5. Where we were discussing with in Switzerland with the EPFL, and then to see the possibility to move the part of the software development group here in Madrid, and then they were growing up. In fact, it's a good example of scaling up the company. At this moment, this belongs partly to the Nature Group, Nature Publishing Group, and then with them we have invented the idea of having some kind of contest in order to collect and to develop some business idea around the social network development. So then, thank you very much for coming, and you have the floor.
Okay, thank you for having me here for all these years. I didn't understand half of what you said.
He came here many times.
But okay, yeah, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what is Frontiers, what are we doing?
Who's the micro?
That one? Okay. Okay. Now? Okay. So just wanted to explain a little bit what we are doing. It's as a company, Frontiers. It's green?
Yeah, it's green.
It's somewhere there.
You have no micro.
Okay, so Frontiers is an academic publisher, so it's a purely online business for us. Publishing, we have moved away from Gutenberg's press. We are now fully on ebooks, and actually the PDF is a new scientific publication. Our company was founded 2007 in Switzerland, near the Lake Geneva, in a lovely place shown in the picture there. That is summer, yeah. In winter you can go skiing on the mountains behind. It's headquartered on the university campus of the EPFL, and that is a very strategic place for us for innovation, to be close to the universities, not only because we do academic publishing, so researchers are our customers, but also universities drive innovation, so we want to be close to them. So we started with a headquarter we built a software center here at the UPM campus. We also have a development center in India. We have smaller offices in London, in US, and we have customers almost everywhere. What's not shown on that slide is we even have customers in Antarctica, because whoever lives in Antarctica is a researcher by definition, so he's one of our customers. Actually, Antarctica may be the best market penetration we can ever hope for. So basically, that's what it looks like. You come to our website, you find 35 different scientific journals. We have now published, well, it says 38,000 articles. It's over 40,000 by now. And that's where we disseminate academic, scientific research output. That's basically the where any scientist in academia shows the result of whatever he has achieved. You can say science doesn't happen without publications. And we have been growing all these years from a tiny little bubble in 2007 to 11,000 published articles last year. We have already crossed that boundary this year, but in total we have now more than 40,000 scientific articles published. We are one, well, we are not the biggest publisher, but we are one of the top 5 in what we call open access publishing, which again is innovation in business models. The traditional business model in academic publishing was subscription-based. The university libraries pay for the subscription of journals. That business model has come to the end of its lifespan because it's more and more getting replaced by an inverted business model where the author pays with his research grants for publications, which means you don't have to be affiliated to a university library to read stuff. You can go on the internet, you can read it anywhere now without a subscription. So I encourage you to do that in the lunch break. But in any case, that inverted business model takes a lot of limitations out of the business because now you can publish academic science not only for academia but also, let's say, for hospital doctors, for engineers in companies. They suddenly have access to cutting-edge scientific material. The land shift is happening now because more and more funding agencies like the UK Wellcome Trust make it a mandate to publish open access if we want to get public funding. So we'll see that the subscription business model is growing only a tiny percentage, but it will probably be, the majority of publishing will probably move to open access within the next 3 to 5 years. So what's the life of an academic? You can't think of a life of an academic as an individual researching in a lab, but that's not the case anymore. You have to think about all different aspects, like where do we get funding? How do we publish? Where are our collaborators? Co-authors of almost any research article are from multiple universities, multiple countries, different institutions. They need to network, but they also need to prove what they have done via citations on the top. They need to be discovered in order to get the next grant and funding and the next collaborators for the next project and keep that wheel running. So actually it does get more and more connected in the academic's life, daily life. That's why we said our company mandate is we want to increase the reach and the impact of scientific articles and their authors by, first of all, in the top, having open access to everybody. So that's the first thing. But it doesn't stop there, because open access is not enough. It also needs to be easily accessible, it should be understandable, and it should empower communities to build on that, both in the academic world with more research, but also outside. Can hospital learn from medical research? Can companies learn from engineering research, and so on? We have built one product, which is Loop, our research network, which really is focusing on promoting access to research knowledge, get a discussion going, connect researchers, and that's basically moving from the Newton age, so not the Apple Newton, but Isaac Newton, where you had a scientist coming up with an idea, and moving it into the today's time, where science is teamwork, it's distributed, it's multiple universities connected, and they need tools, environments, they need basically a place to do that research. So with our Loop Research Network, our mission is to increase the visibility of researchers to his peers and beyond, increase readership for articles, make sure that new research articles can be found by the people who need them, and facilitate collaboration between scientists. So that's just an overview of all the products we have. On the left-hand side is the publishing platform, which I don't go into detail today. On the right-hand side is the community platform, where we have user profiles, multimedia, we have online tools to communicate with each other, and that is all under the research network, and our brand name for that is Loop. So basically that's what a profile page of a scientist look like. You have his name, you can follow him, get news about what he publishes, both in terms of research articles, but also in terms of community, communication, blog posts, smaller items, conference events. You can see how he is connected, first via the co-authors of the scientific articles, but also via social network followers who he is following. You can see his biography, you can see his publication list. For scientists, the publication list is actually the bigger part of the CV. 5 minutes. So, so that basically we have for 250,000 users who are all academics in top universities. So basically the left side shows the growth of numbers over time. At the right hand side we looked at where are these, in which universities. And the top ones are really the big research institutions worldwide: National Institute of Health, Harvard University, Max Planck Society, University College of London, Stanford University. That are the top 5. And the following one are basically the usual suspects. It's what you would expect in that kind of academic ranking. So now we started to connect Loop to universities, to publishers, and one example is here from UPM. The online directory of all the UPM staff now has a little plug-in where you can see and link to the researchers, and that links to their online profile on Loop, which basically gives you the publication list, the biography, and all this other data. The same one exists also if you are an author in a Nature article. Then you can link your profile to your Loop profile as well. And that sets up all the different connections from articles in different publishers, Frontiers, Nature, different universities, UPM, and now at the moment we are working on different integrations with different publishers, companies in the industry, universities, that are just the ones which have completed integrations, but we have more which are coming and which are not listed here. In order to do that, we set up a developer portal where you can connect as a developer from one of these institutions. You can download your profile badges, you can download all the different interaction features in order to link your site to ours. It gives you an API if you want to have a deeper integration between your data and ours, or if you want to build a mobile application. And in order to facilitate the users of that developer portal, we now started the Actua Loop contest, which is a small sister of Actua UPM, in order to get university teams to build ideas, build projects based on this API and plug-in integrations, see what can be innovated with a combination of our content and someone else's content. So that could be ideas from the life cycle of an academic, online networking, academic publishing. It could be applications which a researcher can take with them on a mobile phone, like a bookmarking tool. It would use the Loop API. It could link Loop to other major networks out there which are not specialized on academic use cases. It could link to events. It could analyze the data via big data, and basically that's what we are foreseeing as integrations. And we are looking forward to see what that competition will bring, what ideas come out of it. And well, this is basically a timeline. Since you are probably not participating in that event, that may be less interesting for you. But basically that's how we try to connect our innovation with the UPM students' innovation to find new business models, get ideas and build them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dziękuję.